GameStop's big money trades within a strike price range of $10 to $50 over the last 30 days. And GameStop closed up nearly 17% yesterday and is up currently on the day. So we're seeing unusual options activity from wide ranges of strike prices, $12 million short dated calls, GameStop closing up 17% and up another day in a row. Now you guys already know we got a ton of stuff to cover in today's video, so make sure to watch until the end so you don't have to watch another update here on YouTube. And I want to personally thank you guys for 19,000 subscribers. We just hit this goal last night and it means the world, and I think we are going to smooth sail up to 20k and then beyond there, hopefully reaching 100 pretty soon. Without further ado, hit the like button. Let's get into it. Okay, AMC's trading at $319, up 1.92%. Beyond everything we brought up about GameStop, you know what we've been tracking with AMC? The January pre-squeeze. And this is how it correlates over to where we're at now. Starting today, AMC is coming into the zone where it could squeeze at any moment or have that major leg up at any moment. Okay, this is something that you're looking at right here that happened on January 22nd of 2021. AMC is now entering this zone, so be prepared just in case anything were to happen. Now AMC also broke back above 315, which is now going to hopefully hold as support and get us a push higher up to the box between $4 and $4.35. That is the first price target I'm watching. AMC has earnings next week, May 8th. I said time and time again, GameStop will not play through this cycle if AMC does squeeze here and play how it's supposed to play out on earnings. This is the scenario where AMC and GameStop actually take off to the moon. And several signs like unusual options activity and GameStop pumping, breaking the cycle that it's in, are showing severe signs of that. Now GameStop is breaking the cycle it's in, coming above 1350. It came all the way up to 1375. Now it's fighting resistance at 1350. If it continues to scale higher, this is the first time I'm bringing this up in quite a long time. GameStop, the January run-up, if this correlates to AMC and if it's going to follow AMC and AMC does its thing, GameStop is pulling these U formations. And from the top to the bottom, you can't make this up, 36% retrace. GameStop, the same thing if it is playing the same top to the bottom. If this was the bottom, 36% retrace, scaling up, getting this U formation in the chart. With that being said, what's going to happen to GameStop from the bottom up before retracing? GameStop is going to actually lag behind AMC ever so slightly. And what we're going to see is a gain anywhere between 40 to 80% if it were to play out the same. That means between $14 and $18 is where GameStop is going to sit in, okay, for quite a bit, maybe a whole week, maybe all of next week, between $14 and $18 all of next week before catapulting the start of the week after. And that is essentially what we're watching for GameStop. This doesn't have to happen. I just want to let you know that as of right now, it's still tracking perfectly with the cycle that we've been tracking, but it's a little bit more volatile. It's a little bit more green than we anticipated, and AMC, it may just be lining some things up. GameStop, 28,000 calls expiring in the money compared to no puts, so gamma ramp is happening as well. And then you look, short exempt volume, they loaded the boat on short exempt volume, trying to throw a rock in the momentum. The algorithm is really trying to crank GameStop. You don't see 80,000 ever. You look down this whole list, you don't see 80,000. That's more than double, triple, 10x what we usually see, right? AMC, they also loaded short exempts, another almost 400,000 back to back. And we're winning on the options chain by about double, 14,000 calls compared to basically 7,000 puts expiring in the money, 79,000 calls expiring out of the money, premium going to market makers. Now, the judge approved the settlement in the Antera short swing case. This was a long time awaiting. It's something like $3 million to be paid by Antera to plaintiffs. So this isn't bad news. It's more so neutral and or bullish news. That case will be hopefully being dealt with. And then last but not least, AMC also saw an order imbalance of 124,910 shares on the buy side. Moving on from AMC and GameStop, 3 stocks to buy ASAP for a massive 1,000% squeeze according to Investor Place brings up Carvana, UPST, and LAZR. I believe Upstart has earnings next week. At the end of today's video, and also Carvana had a nice jump on earnings. At the end of today's video, we're going to explain the earnings that we played and the earnings that are coming up next week just to show you guys really quick. Last but not least, speaking of short squeezes, Bitcoin price targets with a Bitcoin short squeeze incoming, potentially going to squeeze shorts out of their positions. Now, touching on Bitcoin, Bitcoin is now fighting 61,500 as resistance. It is breaking above. It dipped its toes in this box. And if this is the bottom for Bitcoin, this is going to be a fast rebound and catapult higher, breaking the relative high. But as of right now, there's nothing that says Bitcoin is done necessarily selling off, and that's something that we want to see. We want to see how the weekend plays out with Bitcoin. Couple more things for crypto. $2.4 billion worth of crypto and Ethereum options also expire today, and Jack Dorsey's block says it will buy Bitcoin every month with 10% of its gross profit from Bitcoin products. Okay, moving on to the overall market. Summary of US April jobs report. The red hot labor market is finally starting to show signs of cooling down. The economy added 175,000 jobs in April, much below expectations of 238,000. U.S. unemployment rate rose by 0.1 to 3.9%, and wage growth is slowing down, increasing at a 3.9% pace, which is the lowest since June of 2021, all of which affect the market. The SPY got a bounce off of 5,000, got a nasty gap higher, and now we are entering back into this zone where we said the SPY will see weakness. We dipped our toes in once, got a massive rejection, and now we are creating a hammer candle inside of the box. You may see another rejection, and if that is the case, you're going to come back down to this trend line at 505.70. Okay, if that isn't the case, watch for a break over 512.75, which is the top wick of this daily candle. Those are the levels that we're watching on the S&P 500. Now, Nvidia, same thing, dipping its toes in this zone where we said it will have weakness. It went in once and got a massive rejection, and now we are basing inside of it. Watch for a break over 890.50. Okay, that will essentially take us up to about 926.50, 927. Okay, we played Apple. We said it yesterday in the video. Apple, we are betting calls. Shout out to Discord members, shout out to YouTube members, because that is the one that you saw which direction we're actually playing. Apple opened up 7%. Beautiful thing to see. What happened? Apple surged after the company announced a $110 billion share buyback. Why is that so important? That is the largest buyback in history. They reported quarterly revenue of $90.8 billion and EPS of $1.53, both of which were above expectations, which is surprising because revenue in China was down by 8.1% and iPhone sales fell 10%. Beautiful, beautiful play on Apple's part. Shout out to Apple. And we also had this trend line already pre-drawn on the charts. Apple came all the way up and broke above it, very similar to the gap up that Google had, I believe. Now, here are the earnings next week. Very exciting. We have Palantir on Monday, Rivian, Shopify, AMC, Airbnb, Robinhood, ARM. The list goes on and on. We have a ton of earnings, and it should be a fun week. Overall, if you want to know the earnings plays, if you want to know my trades as soon as I take them, if you want to talk stocks and crypto with the most amazing people who are also trying to become financially free like yourselves, get in the Discord. The link is right under the video, guys. You will not regret it. Best Discord for the price. We're getting a ton of new members. Love you guys. I want to connect with you more, and I want to become financially free together. So get in there, level up your trading journey, whether you're a beginner or advanced trader. This is the place to go. And if you guys want up to 10 free fractional shares of the Magnificent Seven, Google, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, Tesla. If you're a brand new retail trader, you need to get your foot in the door to start owning these tech stocks and then slowly add into them. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but using my link, opening a Moomoo account and making a deposit of any amount will start earning you benefits, and it's a free broker that gives you level 2 order book data so you can see where whales are loading up and dropping off shares of any given stock, which will help your trading process. And that is all free. They're also allowing you to trade options and short stocks and view other exchanges. Much tools that you cannot get anywhere else, and customizable earnings calendar and more. So both of those links are in the top of the description and pinned in the top of comments. And thank you guys again so much for 19K subs. On the road to 20. We will be there soon. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Turn post notifications on. Lottery Stocks out.